Hi, how's it going? Hi, we'll get going. Well, it's 12:59 on my Chromebook, so as soon as it hits 1 o'clock, we'll just get going. And then after you give your speech, they were all good this morning, and yesterday's 1 o'clock started with a tour bus monologue, and she took us to Oz. So that's how our day started. And then we ended the class with somebody who did a farewell speech to the class. So he kind of showed up and he goes, "Oh, do we have a speech today?" Anyway, today we'll listen to yours. And then as soon as you're done, I'll just keep the Zoom open, but you guys can head out because I'm sure you've got other finals to do. I like your lights.
Thank you.
And last year when we were face to face, I did, we ate pizza, ran to, it was so cold. It was like with the wind, it was 35 below, but I ran to Domino's, and then for a couple classes, I ran to Pizza Hut. They gave me really good deals, like $3.99 for larges with 2 toppings. I thought, oh, gotta tell them I'm a poor teacher. And then I went to Dollar Store and picked up candy canes, and we did end of the semester speech awards. Some were serious, some weren't. And so in the class, I put, you know, everyone kind of knew names by then. And so I put the form up there. And then when they voted on certain students, you could just see how many votes kids were getting. So it was kind of humorous because some of the ones that I put on the Google form, and you guys aren't going to do it, but I'm going to show you, you know, what the speaking award at the end looks like. Um, and then they just voted. And it's, I put the form up so they could see how people were getting votes. You couldn't, the only one that could see who was voting for whom was me. But then you could see, I put the list of topics up there because they would remember topics, but they sometimes couldn't remember who gave the speech. And so then we'd look at the name on the topic sheet and then what they spoke about. But it was great fun. And so when we leave today, we'll probably take a look at that Google form and, you know, just kind of think back, oh yeah, who gave the best speech with this, blah, 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 blah. But you're not going to do the form because we're just going to listen to your speeches today. And now that we've got almost a full class, everyone just stay put because then you can listen to each other's and you'll learn a great deal by listening to these kinds of speeches. These are the kinds of speeches that are asked of you once you get out of here. People will just say, hey, could you present? Could you do this? And it's usually spur of the moment. But there's a ton of different kinds of special occasions that we're required to give speeches for. I like to end the class with it. They're short, they're sweet. Some are funny, some are serious. Most are heartfelt. You don't need to go to Odin. You don't need to sing a rap like some do. But it's important that you realize that this is part of speech making too. And one that really is out there once you get a major and graduate and get a job. You'll be surprised that you'll go, oh yeah, I remember those. And I'm sorry I didn't buy you pizza or candy canes from Dollar Store because I always end my speech class feeding you because sometimes it's after dinner speeches, sometimes it's special occasion speeches, but I just, it's a nice way to end. So anyway, we don't have cold weather, so that's a good thing. So let us begin. Who's ready to rumble? All right. How about Jamin?
Uh, uh, I can
Ready?
go second.
All right. How about Ella?
Yeah.
All right. You may begin.
I'm pulling it up because I wrote it. Okay, I did mine on presenting an award to my favorite artist. This artist has been one of the biggest Korean acts ever in history. They've taken the top social artist award on the billboards for 4 years straight, taking over TV shows, worldwide sold-out stadium events, debuted albums on the Hot 100 more than 4 times ever for the only Korean act to ever do so. They had come out with their very first English song that broke the world breaking record for having over 101 billion views in 24 hours. They also became the very first Asian act to win Best Pop at the MTV Music Video Awards. Overall, the accomplishments that they had made in the last year does not match up to how much they have done since they had made their first appearance in America in 2017 at the American Music Awards. The insane amount of fans and support that has helped them get this far to where they are standing today. They are the only group to have beat the Beatles' world record in sending 3 albums in the number one spot in 1 year. Not one group has done it the way they have. This group has been the very first Korean act to ever in history had make all these achievements, even this nomination today for the best pop duo group. So here's the world's biggest group since the Beatles, BTS.
Thank you. All right, Jamin.
Okay, mine is like way more than 2 minutes.
Did you time it?
It's over 2 minutes. It's like maybe 4 or 5 minutes.
Well, you can go ahead and give it. It's a good speech.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Did you get my speech? Okay.
I read it. It's a good speech.
Okay. Okay. For starter, I didn't know like what kind of speech I was doing, like after dinner or like a sports banquet speech. So I just went. I just went ahead and did a sports a sports banquet speech. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As my good friend and instructor Jane Ovamo mentioned, my name is Jamie Rainey. I graduated from Hollywood High School in 2019. When Jane asked me to give this speech, I admit I was a bit hesitant. Hesitant because I'm not a fan of public speaking. So I thought about it for a few days. Then I remembered sitting in the very seats that you are all sitting in tonight. I remember working hard throughout the years and looking forward to the sports awards dinner. So I came to the conclusion that I owed it back to my fellow high school to give tonight's speech. Wait, why can't I go there? Okay. I want to speak to you tonight about being an underdog and being looked at different by others. I'm going to speak about my family, myself as an example of being an underdog or underdogs. Okay. I grew up in Rapid City, South Dakota for a good portion of my life. Me and my family lived in 3 different apartments slash houses while living in Rapid City. Hell, before we lived in Rapid City, we used to live with my mom's grandma. And let me be the first person to say that was not that was a lot of people living in the same house as we did during that time. Before we stayed there, we were homeless. We were homeless for a couple of months until my mom's grandma called and offered us to stay with her until we got back on our feet. So we agreed, but my dad he wanted to stay behind in Minneapolis because he wanted to make more money in case my mom found an apartment or like a complex somewhere to live. So we lived with my grandma for about maybe 3 months, I want to say, and then my mom found an apartment in Rapid City, and we we moved to Rapid City, and my dad came with us and found a new job at at the Civic Center as a maintenance staff member. I'm taking my water real quick. Hold on. Growing up in Rapid City as a Native American, they didn't expect much from me or my family. While in school, I was looked at different because I wasn't black or white or Hispanic or Asian, but but because I was Native American. And they didn't expect nothing out of me because I wasn't as well educated as the rest of the students in my grade. While while when I started school, I admit I was shy. I didn't know anybody. I didn't know how to talk to anybody. I was so shy, and I wasn't into big crowds because those were my thing. But now they are my thing. So okay for that. But anyway, after a few weeks, I started to introduce myself more and start getting out of my how comfort start getting out of my comfort zone. Trust me, I did, but I still felt like people weren't expecting out. I mean, weren't expecting much out of me. So I joined football. Be- I joined football because I had love for the game, and I still have love for the game. You know, I love football, I love basketball, I love everything. But anyway, when I joined football, they didn't expect nothing from me. They said I wasn't big enough, I wasn't fast enough, I didn't have what it takes. And I have to admit, I was a bit sad, but I was determined to prove everybody wrong. That just because I was native, it doesn't mean you expect less from me. Still, they didn't listen to me. So I went out to prove everyone wrong. You know, not only in sports but in like math, English, reading, and all that other stuff. You know, I study more, I practice more until I prove everyone that I was good. But trust me, I would never say I'm better than anyone because I know there are some people out there that who can do things that I can. So I wouldn't say I'm better than anyone at this or that. So anyway, during that time, my dad was also given a raise 3 months after he was hired because of what he did around the civic center. Because he like once my dad joined, he did an amazing job at whatever he did. I didn't know what he was doing because I was so young. I was too young to understand what he was doing, and yeah. Anyway, we lived in Rapid City for about maybe 7 years. Then in 2011, my world was turned upside down because my parents told me we were moving back to the Pine Ridge Indian reservation. So we moved back. So we moved in. Well, no, no. So we moved back in the middle of the school year. You know, leaving during like in the middle of the school year. I thought it would never happen to me. I thought it only happened to movies, but it happened to me. Anyway, I I had to say goodbye to all my friends, all the friends I made, and the teachers I loved, and I had to start all over again, back from scratch. So when I transferred schools, I felt alone and shy all over again, and everybody did not expect much from. Hold on, and everybody did not expect much from a new student, but I had no other choices but to start introducing myself all over again, like during third or fourth grade. It took a couple of days, but I started to make some friends here and there. And as far from the schoolwork, it wasn't that hard as my last school, because they didn't give us much homework and much tests. But yeah, it wasn't hard. Anyway, fast forward a year later. I don't want to say, but I guess I was on top of my class and everything. From sports to anything like math, English, reading, anything. So in high school, I was told natives don't finish high school, and even if they did, they would not go to college. They'll just stick around their home for most of their lives and get a job or sell drugs. So, what did I do? From freshman year to the end of my senior year, I always finished top five in my class, and I always finished top five. Uh, Anyway, my point in telling you these stories is this: as a Native American, embrace being the underdog. Being an underdog gives you passion to overcome any obstacle, whether rather it be in school, on the field, or eventually in your career. When people look at you different, embrace that. Store it in your mind, then go out and do great things. And those same people who look at you different will start admiring you. I guarantee you that I guarantee if you stick to those bell sorry. I guarantee that if you stick to those values as you grow, you will gain her respect and admission or oh um I can't say that word right. But anyway, whenever wherever life takes you, congratulations to all the students. To all the student athletes here tonight. To the coaches, thank you for your tireless efforts on behalf of the school and our athletes. And to the parents and families, know that we are proud of your sons and daughters who represent the Mustangs with honor, pride this year. Thank you.
Good speech. Thank you. What a nice way to end this semester. All right, let's go to Tiana. Thank you, Jamin. Tiana, going once, twice. Okay, how about Kelsey?
Oh, I can go.
Okay, good, because they're only, we should be out of here by 1:45, you guys, if you know how to rock and roll. All right, let's go.
I am welcoming people to North Dakota from like a plane ride. As you come in, as I welcome you to the state, you must be exhausted. Your mind and body must be exhausted. As my first treat, I'm gonna take you out to some lunch, and after that, I'm gonna show you a tour of this tiny city that seems small, but you can find many things to do here. We have a mall here with many stores and a park that goes for miles. It's called Saratoga. There's even a theme park in the middle. You could skate. You could you could skate. You could do all kinds of things at the park. Their softball field is like right across the street too, and there's parks there, and there's a tennis court. If if you use Google Maps, you could find everything you need and directions. There's a zoo located next to the fields with the convenience of parks and concessions and agriculture. There's rarely ever traffic here, but rush hour can get annoying with some ignorant drivers. The people here are nice, but you may meet some rude people, and that's just the world. One thing really mesmerizing about North Dakota is the sunset. The sunsets are really pretty, and along come with that are the stars. The stars, you can really see them here due to less pollution and lights. You could easily go sit somewhere like at this place called the White Boat, and you could go watch the stars with the sunset beforehand. And yeah, North Dakota is really pretty. Maybe boring, but it's pretty.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Ryan. Are you ready, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. So I try to click on my document and I exited out. Hold on. Okay, I'm doing a speech about receiving an award, and the award I chose is just a community service award. Okay. Um, First and foremost, I want to thank the community for giving me this award, and I appreciate all of you that are here today. I am very humbled to be given this award from people who have inspired me and helped shape me into the person I am today. I want to also thank those who have joined the efforts in cleaning and doing maintenance around the town. Um, it is an honor to serve such a wonderful and caring community that make those around them feel like family. I serve this community in hopes that others will be selfless and improve their neighborhoods, and that this inspires others to lead and set good examples. Seeing people's smiles is what motivates me to serve you and others. Although we are going through some tough times with the pandemic, this ceremony has brought light and cheer to us. Remember, tough times don't last, only tough people do. And always remember to mask up. I will continue serving this community and will always have a reaching hand out for those who need it. I hope this motivates you to do the same and to create change wherever it is needed. I live by treating others the way you want to be treated, and this town has done such an outstanding job of treating others with respect and compassion. Once again, I want to thank you all for this award, and a huge thank you to those who continue to put in time each and every day to keep this community great. Thank you for your time.
Good job. Hannah.
Okay, so my topic was anniversary, and I wasn't really sure what kind of anniversary speech to give, so I just did one on my parents. So happy anniversary to my amazing parents. Thank you for all the things you do for my siblings and I. I've been blessed with extremely amazing parents. Seeing you two together makes me happy. I see no flaws or imperfections in either of you. Seeing you together is an example of what it's like to live with your soulmate. You're the parents that support their kids in everything they do and continue to help them strive for success. When we watch you succeed in your jobs and as parents, it makes us look forward to having a relationship like yours in our future. The best gift you have given us is being our parents. The love you have for each other and for us goes on forever and never fails to keep growing. You two inspire me every day to strive for bigger and better things. Thank you both for helping me to be where I am today. I appreciate everything you have ever done for me and will continue to. Thank you both for always attending my sporting events, school plays, parent-teacher conferences, and everything else a parent needs to be there for. Thank you for having my back and continuing to help me learn through my mistakes. I'm so glad I get to be a part of your journey. Here's to another year of your happiness and marriage, to your love for each other and more memories together. Once again, happy anniversary. I love you both.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you really should give that as a gift. They would really like that down the road. When is
Yeah.
their anniversary?
It was just I have to think about it now.
No, it would be really just nice a gift because this morning I had one that did a thank you to her parents. And I said, "Oh man, you really should share this with them." And she said, "I already did." I said, "Well, good. I'm sure it made their day." So I would share it just because
Yeah.
it's a nice gift. It's just like I had to do this for class, and sometimes we hold on to those gifts when we really should share them. But that's really a nice speech. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. How about Mark? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right. The floor is yours.
Hello. All right. Hello. My name is Mark Greycloud, and I am a student at United Tribes Technical College. Today, we are honoring those who have fought and died for our flag. Today, Veterans Day. We are honoring those who have honored our flag by being in service, immigrant and native born. Every American who put on this nation's uniform are patriots, and we give thanks for your service. Thank you to every selfless and brave man and woman in the Marines, Army, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. Thank you to every person who volunteered and the ones who never had a choice but still fought. Thank you to the Black and Native people of this country for fighting for the people who have oppressed you for so long. I want to give a special thanks to Pat Tillman, a man who selflessly joined the United States Army, even though he was an NFL player and could have made a lot more money that way. But instead, he turned down a $3.6 million contract over 3 years for the Arizona Cardinals to get killed by his own men in Afghanistan. We honor the people whose stories are well known and the stories of people we will never hear. Thank you to all our veterans here today and across America. If you served on the beaches of Europe, if you served from home or stationed on base across the world, or the jungles in Korea and the deserts of the Middle East. And a special thanks to those who served in World War II, who saved this world from the destruction of Hitler and the Nazis. We thank all veterans for the freedoms that we incorporate into our everyday civilian lives. If we are to match our words to our deeds, then we must take care of our veterans. And it is our obligation as citizens of this country they have fought so bravely for, to fight for them and make sure they have a home to come back to. Veterans Day is a day to appreciate all that we have and people we do not have in our daily lives. Thanks to generations of veterans, we have a safe place to call home. Part of the longevity of the United States is because of the veterans who chose to serve their country. Veterans Day is a day to remember loved ones, people who have died, and people who are away serving their country. Thank you.
Thank you. Well done. All right, Kelsey.
Hi.
Hi.
I have a PowerPoint. Do I just share the screen?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Can you guys see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome. I got a business meeting, so welcome. I'm Kelsey Graybear, and in today's meeting, I will present 3 ideas that I think will benefit our business this holiday season. Oops. Okay. My first idea was that since Christmas is around the corner, I would like to suggest we let our customers donate books starting on December 1st. And for every book donated, our bookstore will donate one too. We will pile the books in forms of Christmas trees to encourage the customers to donate more books to create more trees. We will deliver them to kids and elderly on December 24th with the help of volunteers. My second idea was we could also hire someone to be Santa Claus and let him read to the kids after he has read a Christmas story or two. We can let the kids tell him what they want for Christmas to help their parents with gift ideas. And maybe during this event, we can have Christmas and kid-related products on sale. And the third idea would be we could hold a cookie decorating contest to give people more of a reason to visit our bookstore during the holiday season. We can let the customers vote for 3 winners who will be given gift cards, a free book, or a bakery item. And on an ending note, we do not have to do these events all in one day, but spread out through the month to get customers to come back and enjoy our store. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my ideas for our business. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Good job. I love your PowerPoint screens. I love that frosting.
Thank you.
I like that. Awesome
Thank
blossom.
you.
You'd be hired. All right, Rain, are you ready?
I am. Can you hear
All
me?
right. Yes, we can. Do you need?
Do you have? Can you do my PowerPoint for me?
Yeah, I will locate it. I'll find your email. Let's see. You had a graduation?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, I found it. Share. All right, it's ready. Well, almost.
Okay, my name is Rain, and I am doing the graduation speech. And I would like to start out with a quote from Miss Eleanor Roosevelt. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. I would like to reflect on why we are here today. Graduation is a time-honored tradition to acknowledge your achievements as you successfully reach one of the major milestones in your life, because we all started our journey by reaching for a short-term goal, which began with completing high school, which led you to waiting for your college acceptance letter. And that gave you the drive to complete one semester. And from that, it inspired you to complete a certificate program that inspired you to complete your 2-year program and motivated you once you realized your potential to complete a 4-year program. And today, I would like to tell you I am proud of you and all you've accomplished in your life. I want to tell you I'm proud of who you are. I want to let you know I know we had a rough go of things with our current pandemic, and with COVID-19 here, life sure hasn't been too kind to us. But you rose up like a lion and you fought back. And despite your struggles, you refused to let it define or break you. I'm proud of you. No one I know deserves happiness more than you. God knows how hard you worked to grow through the concrete we got slammed into over and over again. Never forget that there is beauty in how we fall, strength in how we continue to breathe, courage in how we decide to keep fighting, and fierceness in how we rise. And as we part ways, if there's any advice I hope you take with you is to know you won't always be on your own. You'll have your family to help you throughout your life, but don't let them influence you or decide how you will live your life. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who is stuck with your choices. So be strong enough to stand alone, be yourself enough to stand apart, but wise enough to stand together when the time comes. And as you continue on your journey, on your next milestone, be sure to look back from time to time to lend a hand to help others just as the ones who helped you during your struggles. And last but not least, may you continue to be successful in your future endeavors. Today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. Only you can control your future. And remember, follow your dreams and don't give them up for anyone. Because if there's one thing no one can take away from you, it is your education. Congratulations. The tassel is worth the hassle.
Good job. Nice PowerPoint. Very nice job. Thank you. Eva, are you ready?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, mine is on retirement. And I'm Eva Ledick. I'm from Northern Cheyenne Reservation in Montana. I'm in criminal justice. I'm completing my 2-year degree. I'll be graduating next semester. Today I'm going to discuss retirement and ways people can still stay active. Retirement is something I'm sure many Americans around that age group are looking forward to, as you can chill with your pets or your spouse or grandchildren and not have to worry about work anymore. That is why it is always a good idea to have a retirement plan or something in place. President Trump actually signed an executive order on retirement, claiming retirement plans will now be available to more Americans than ever before. So that's good news. Individuals can stay cognitively active, like continuing to work for a longer period of time, seem to have a lower risk of developing dementia or difficulty with memory, thinking, or reasoning. I can see this in elders who take up new hobbies. For example, my grandfather, who had to stop working because of the pandemic, took up a new instrument, kind of like a ukulele. And he can even play songs like Somewhere Over the Rainbow and just various other songs that he's played before. He's interested in playing the piano and even bought one this summer. He still reads a lot and likes to learn new things, and he's 75 years old. He's a very interesting person with a lot of wisdom. Anybody in retirement age can start a new hobby, however. You can try exercise like going for long walks, or lifting weights. You can start quilting or sewing, reading books, or just learning about something that interests you. I think if I was going to retire and wanted to start a new hobby, I would start by learning how to paint acceptable art, or I would start quilting. All right, and that's it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Tamira.
Yes, I'm
All
ready.
right.
My speech was on supposed to be a thank you speech. So I just chose my mom. So from the moment you met me, you took care of me. You were there for me through the good and bad. Thank you for making me feel loved and cared for making sure I always had a good head on my shoulders. When you had problems of your own, you'd put our minor problems first. Getting little Valentine's boxes, Halloween costumes, little things you did just to make your kids happy. If we were sick, you would go above and beyond just to make sure we were okay, driving us an hour away no matter the time of day. Supporting us at games from elementary to high school, we took the time out of the day just to make us feel better if we were feeling down. You went the extra mile to make sure we were around good people with good intentions for us. For all the things you have given me, I hope one day I can give back. You deserve everything good coming to you. You deserve more than what today's world can ever give to you. From raking a comb through my thick nappy hair to helping me fix my hair at prom to fixing my cap at graduation. Thank you, Mom.
All right. Did I get everybody? So as you look at this form before you head out to bigger and better things, this end of the semester speech awards, I'm just going to show you what the form looked like. But I did send it to them last year while they had their phones out. And it was a great time because we had to kind of look at the topic sheet so we could see who had what speech, when and where, etc. So this I just sent to their phone or their Gmail, and the topics, it's Comm 110 Semester Speaking Awards. But the first one was Best Informative. And many times we remember the topic, but not necessarily the student. And this is the list of the classmates. Then we had Best Persuasive. And then we had one called Best Malarkey. Does anybody in here know what malarkey is? If somebody says to you, that's a bunch of malarkey, what does that word mean? Have you heard the word?
No.
Okay. A couple months ago during the debate with the Democrat primary going on, Joe Biden used it because it's an old Irish term. My mom would use it once in a while, and it means BS. Oh, that's a bunch of malarkey. And so for speech awards, and we know in each class, there are some who can do an impromptu without even thinking about it. And then you wonder, what did they just say? And so who in this class would get the award for best malarkey? And you don't have to answer that. Most creative topic, because we did have some great topics. The Set 'em Up Award is for the best introduction that you can remember. Some use Kahoots, some use memes, some had really wonderful PowerPoints. And then Knock 'em Down Award is the best conclusion. Yesterday at 1 o'clock, when I said, the best, somebody, won for best Native American children's story that you guys did way back. People were remembering the stories and the people who spoke them. So it's kind of cool. Best overall speaker, the most improved, Slaying the Dragon, which is a speech award for overcoming nerves. Best demo, best special occasion. We had some good ones in here today. When I read Jamin's, I thought it was wonderful. I thought, this is a speech you could give someday. It is really good. Kelsey's was awesome today. We had all very, very good ones. And I think when they're heartfelt, to your mom or to your mom and dad, to your business, it's important that you speak from not just your intellect, but also from your heart. Slaying the Dragon, Overcoming Nerves. And you can so listen to when I recorded you for your first speeches and just your voices versus today. And to do that comparison, you will see how much stronger you are. You will hear it in the volume, in the confidence. And I can't give you confidence. I can give you tools on how to prep, get prepared, do some research, get organized on a Google Doc, and share the stories. But yeah, you can tell just in the voices today that you've come a long way. Best impromptu, you each did 4 of them. That's a lot. And no one really struggled with the 2 minutes a week ago. Best organized, and you've learned in your group discussions, who was the recorder, who could take down notes, who went into Odin, who gathered articles. Best delivery, and some people are natural speakers. And so as they present their information, it seems easy, but every time we get up to present, there is just this iota. 99.9% of people do not like speech. So we have to improve that, because it's a human instinct. It's in our gut to dread that. But if you're prepped and you've practiced, you're ready to rumble. And then, of course, the last one is best use of Odin during speaking. And I always have somebody at the end of the semester go, "What's Odin?" God bless students. Anyway, I'm done. It's 1:42. I will get these rubrics to you as fast as I can. I have enjoyed this 1 o'clock class tremendously. My poor 10:30 was always kind of sleepy. But you got, that next semester I have one at 9 a.m. So, feel for those. But in the spring of the year, we get more sunlight, and it's going to be better by March. Anyway, get your rest, use your vacation time to watch a movie, read a book, eat well, get your brain, after your finals tomorrow, just rest your brain, because then you can come back in January. I just graduated in 2018 for the 4th degree. And so I'm finally kind of in relaxation mode from schoolwork, because I know what the dance is like. So now I just get to play with the grandchildren. All right, enough said. Take care, stay safe. If you need anything down the road, shoot me an email, a Gmail, you know my name. This was a great class. See ya.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Enjoy the weather.
Too.
Holidays.
Yep,
Hey, I
bye-bye.
have a question.
Okie-doke.
You teach Intro to Humanities, right?
Right.
Okay. I think I'm taking that next semester.
All right, we'll see you
Yeah.
again.
Okay.
That's in Google Classroom. All right, take
Yeah.
care.
you.
Adios. Yep, bye-bye.